Nimetafuta kila kona, sijampata mmoja ambaye anitosheleza. Mimi nimeonja, sasa nimeona.
You kindly stand up and help me welcome our district governor. Fellow Rotarians, our district governor, Patrick Obaka.
Thank you very much, my Assistant Governor Levy. Eric, good, I made the mistake. And Levy is here too, I know. Before I start, really, I'd like to recognize the people I've traveled with from the district. We have a district management team. And yeah, everybody sit down, please. From the main executive committee, I've got Joe Kamau, who was just speaking. He's the membership director for the district. And I then have in charge of the whole of the coast areas, what we call our cluster leader, and that is Nabil Adamji, who's there. So he's my representative in the whole of the coast. And then next to him, below that, then you have Eric Mashigadi, plus a whole series of other assistant governors who look after clusters of clubs. So Eric looks after the clubs in Taita area. So this new club is going to be under Eric as the assistant governor. And as you heard earlier on, you've got the district governor special representative, who was Ashok, and his job was to make sure that this club goes through the right journey and is chartered properly. And then today we've also got a joint fellowship between 3 clubs. So 2 clubs, that is the Rotary Club of Taveta, and the president is here. Rotary Club of Voi, president is here. And also the Rotary Club of Malindi, where you have the president's present here, and that is because the Rotary Club of Malindi is in fact the one which pushed for this club to happen. So then they would normally come to this place. So it is my pleasure to now start off the main official job that I have today, which is the chartering of the Rotary Club of Matate. You had the journey of the Rotary Club of Matate, and so mine will be to go through the process, and the process is very straightforward. I want to put this down. Can you hear me at the back? Yes. Is it being recorded? Not. So that is okay. So, for us to be able to start a club, the first thing we must do is to get the members to become members of the club, because it's been a club information. So, I would first of all like to install the members. So I'd like to ask all the members of the Rotary Club information of Matate to please stand. So that I can read the charge to you as members. And in fact, since you are a small number, don't stand up mbele. Just stand in front of you, that's not, because I'm not starting with you. Okay, so I'm going to give a small lecture first. So you have been chosen to membership of the Rotary Club of Mwatate because we Rotarians believe you to be leaders in your vocation, and because you manifest those qualities of heart and head which fit you to interpret and impart the message of Rotary to those with whom you come into contact. You are representatives of your vocation in this club, and any contribution of an educational value pertaining to that vocation must come from you into this club. On the other hand, you become the ambassador from this club to your classification, and it becomes your duty to carry the ideals and principles of Rotary service to your work. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian of his occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service by every Rotarian to his personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. I charge you to judge yourself by the Rotary four-way test of the things you think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? The community will know and judge Rotary through your embodiment of it in character and service. And we accept you as members of Rotary because we believe our principles and organization to be safe in your keeping. Rotary also expects much from you in help and inspiration, which will enable us to be better Rotarians. And with this hope, we most heartily offer you Rotary Fellowship and membership. You have a lot to learn about Rotary. It is not just another club, it's a way of life. But you are elected to membership because we felt you will fit into this way of life. You will be expected to attend the regular meetings of the Rotary Club. In fact, you must attend if you're to remain a Rotarian. And always remember Rotary's motto, service above self. Rotary is like everything else. You get out of it what you put into it. So, I would now like each of you to say "I" and then say your name, and then you will repeat after me whatever I ask you to say until the end of the installation of the induction ceremony for each of you. So say "I" and then say your name. So, having been admitted as a new member of the Rotary Club of Mwatate, do hereby solemnly swear upon my honor to faithfully and willingly discharge the duties and responsibilities expected of my membership, fully conscious of the important obligations which I have voluntarily committed to assume. I further pledge to uphold and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of Mwatate and that of Rotary International, ever putting into practice Rotary's motto, service above self, and applying the four-way test as a basis of all my actions and actuations to help advance the object of Rotary, giving emphasis to this year's Rotary theme. Rotary opens opportunities. All these I pledge and promise to do and observe to the best of my ability, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. You are at this moment the new secretariat. So if we have the pins, I would now like to invite all the presidents present, the assistant governor, the cluster leader. Jom saidie to, these are your people. You have all been instrumental, so please pin them. Yo. Everybody who has been involved in the process, please just take a bit and just pin them, please.
Everyone's ready? Ready? Ready, everyone? Okay, look here. Okay, 1, 2, sorry.
The next person to install is the president. So we install the members, then we install the president.
Okay.
So this ceremony is where now we install the president of the club. Yeah, he's got his own way of being installed. So Kwanzaa, president, just to be sure, are you ready and willing to accept the chain of office? How to give you? That's good. So, you have been selected by the members of the Rotary Club of Mwatate to guide its affairs during the coming year. It is an expression of their confidence in your leadership. You have been entrusted with an important responsibility that will shape the club's future. So, I would like you to repeat after me. Say, I and your name.
I, Andrew Mapuli,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of the President
the office of the President
of the Rotary Club of Mwatate,
of the Rotary Club of Mwatate,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
give support and assistance
give support and assistance
to the Assistant Governor,
to the Assistant Governor,
the Cluster Leader,
the Cluster Leader,
the Country Chair,
the Country Chair,
the District Governor,
the District Governor,
and the Rotary International,
and Rotary International,
and that I will uphold the Constitution
and that I will uphold the Constitution
and bylaws
and bylaws
of this club.
of this club.
Thank you. So,
Flora, President-elect Thomas Now, President-at-Arms John People, membership, Abed Rema, there's someone not there, the secretary, that is Marula, is not there. The treasurer, Rufus, is also not there. So those are the ones we have at the moment.
okay. So now to installation of your board. In accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of Mwatate, you are the elected officers to lead the club during the next year. This is an indication of your fellow Rotarians' confidence and esteem in you. They also believe you will uphold the high traditions of your club and that you will give the best of your executive ability to the furtherance of the interest of the club and the carrying of the object of Rotary. As members of the executive board, you are expected to work closely with the assistant governor, the cluster leader, the country chair, and the district governor, and each other on behalf of the club and of Rotary International for the benefit of all the members. Let me now ask, will you fulfill the responsibilities of your office to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of Matate? If so, please say, yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
I hereby declare the new officers installed and now give the President the bell and the gavel as your symbol of office. So, to the other members of the Rotary Club of Matate, it is only right and fitting that you, as members of the Rotary Club of Matate, pledge your full support to these officers in every way to accomplish the purpose of the club as outlined in your constitution. So will all the members please rise of the Rotary Club of Matate? Charter members. So, do you, as charter members of the Rotary Club of Matate, pledge your full support to your new officers in the fulfillment of their official responsibilities? If so, answer, yes, I do.
Yes.
Okay, please be seated. So, please accept my wholehearted congratulations to each of you. May your term of office be one of deep satisfaction and provide you with the knowledge of a job well done. Thank you for permitting me to install you. It was an honor. Karibuni. Finally, President, this is your certificate of incorporation. It is your charter certificate. Guard it with your life and make sure that it is properly looked up. Let me put my mask on first. Let me put Karibuni. Okay. That is for today. The official hard copy will come in due course. So, you may now take your seats. And I would like to address the members of the Rotary Club of Matate. Now that you're chartered and properly in position. You have from today become members of a club that has been formed under the name of Rotary International. But it means that you as individual members are now representing a respected international organization. And your actions in the community will be the actions that people see and judge this organization by. So it is important that you remember the oath that you took as members and the charge that I read to you as members, because that is what the community will judge this organization by. And you're joining a family of 1.2 million people globally. Slightly over, it's about 1.25 million now, globally. And all those people will be judged as an organization by your conduct in this area. So that will is important. And remember, just remember that you're now carrying the weight of that will individually in this community. But also, the expectation of the community about Rotary is also carried on your shoulders. So it means that we as Rotarians, you as Rotarians, have to now undertake whatever you've planned as a club to impact on the community. But the club has become part of a Rotary family globally, and that comes with its expectations. The expectations are that you will pay your dues as Rotarians. That is a given. And if it is something that you feel you don't want to do, I think very quickly make that known to your president and don't come into it. That is a given. The expectation is that every single Rotarian will pay their dues. But you've also joined an organization that has got its constitution and bylaws. You must follow those constitution and bylaws of Rotary. They are our governing guide, and therefore you must operate according to those principles that are contained in the constitution of Rotary and also of your club, which have been derived from the international constitution. By joining Rotary, you have joined a family of 1.2 million people. It means that anywhere in this district you can walk into a place where a club meets and you will be welcomed in that place, wherever it is. So if you're in Nairobi, if you're in Mombasa, if you're in Malindi, whichever place you are, there is an app that is available which you can download on your phone, and it will tell you exactly which club meets where around the world. So whether you're in Hong Kong, Taipei, London, New York, Buenos Aires, you will always find, if you look at it, that you can get a club to go to. I have made use of this for the last 20-something months.
What's the name of the person?
Yeah. What is that connected?
No, the Zoom is connected to the mic. So
Oh.
we are not able to relay your signal worldwide.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the advantage of Zoom. Even Trump is watching you.
Right, thank you. So, by using the app, you can also go into almost any club, plan your journey, and I have done that for the last 20 plus years where I've been a Rotarian. I have been planning my journeys to make sure that I go to a place when I can meet, I can join a meeting in that particular town. So, please make sure that you use those benefits of being a Rotarian, because by walking into a club in a place, you walk into a group of friends. The pin that you have will open up the doors for you there. And sometimes, when you have an issue in that particular part of the world, walking into that club and saying, I need some help to find this, that, and the other, you walk into that place and somebody somewhere will find an opportunity of helping you to actually sort out that problem. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the Rotary Foundation. We have all contributed differently to the Rotary Foundation, and you find people with different pins on their, like Ashok here has got several pins on his shirt. Those are all because he's become what is called a Paul Harris Fellow. And that means he's contributed to Rotary Foundation. What that does is that the money that goes into the Rotary Foundation within 3 years comes back to us as a district. And we can then as a club apply to that fund to help us do projects in the places we are in. So we've got to put in to get out that benefit. Unfortunately for us in this district, we are probably the #1 club district in the world in terms of doing Rotary projects. But in terms of giving, we are not. We are responsible for 10% of the Rotary projects across the whole world in terms of percentage, in terms of number of projects. But in terms of giving, we are giving back less than 1%. So we are reaping what we have not sown. And if you remember the 4-way test of Rotary, that does not actually answer the 4-way test. So we have to continue giving to the Rotary Foundation for us to be able to get back from it. And then finally, you have joined today as members. But please remember that there are probably other people out there who would also like to be where you are. So continuously scan the environment where you are and listen to people and find people who are like-minded, who may wish to join Rotary. And if they are, please just talk to them, bring them to the meetings, and start their journey towards being Rotarians, just like you started your journey by a couple of people here, just saying, maybe we need to get a club working in Matate. And they managed to fish you out from wherever you are, probably talk to you a little bit. You're probably quite, you're probably unsure at the beginning. And then over time, you became a lot more convinced that you should become members of Rotary. That is why we are able to charter this club today. But it's not, doesn't stop at that number. There are clubs in this world that have got 300 people. The biggest club we have in this district has got 120 people. Is that right? About 100 people? It's got about 120 people. And there's a few others that are in that kind of range. We would like you to grow from the 25 you started off with now. That's a start, that's just your starter kit. You need to get into the 60s, 70s, 80s. At that level, you are then very, very effective and you can have more impact in the areas that you're working in. So even though you joined today, from today you can look for new members. Each of you come into that. So I just thought I'd share with you those things as new members. And remember that as a Rotary Club of Matate, please grow and grow and grow. That is what Joe spends his nights worrying about, making sure that clubs are growing all around the district and finding new clubs and so forth. So please help us to grow Rotary numbers within this area. So thank you very much. I will now want to go to the next thing, which is to induct the new members of the other Rotary clubs, which are present here. Taveta, you have, and Voy. So could the members please, the presidents please introduce the members who are to be inducted?
DG. I want to call upon, we have actually 6 new Rotary members in Rotary Club of Voi, but the current present here are 3. I want to call upon Jumwa Alfred Mwaengo, kindly come in front. Alfred is adaptable, responsible, and passionate about bringing a positive change to humanity. He is reliable and highly dependent professional in the construction industry. His expertise is in building and roads construction. He went through Kenyatta University and has bachelor's in fine art and design. He loves drawing, painting, traveling, meeting new people, and trying challenges and tasks. Next, I will want to call Nestor Inyange, please. In a special way, Rotary Club of Voi appreciates Nestor Inyange. For the Rotarians will understand, when you have a Rotarian, goes and comes back. He's not that really new, but he's been in Rotary, and he had some other activities that made him to be out of Rotary for some time, but again he's joining Rotary Club of Voi. Nestor has masters in education, an expertise in corporate governance in education, and he works with the Ministry of Education. He likes traveling and interacting with friends. Next, I would want to call upon Zacchaeus Maganga. Zacchaeus Maganga actually has a very extensive CV, but in preview, he is the founder chairman of Malaika Children Organization. He is a treasurer, Coast Indigenous Language Committee, the founder chair of the Set Your Roots non-governmental organization, and actually among others. Zacchaeus likes putting his time more in assisting and empowering our communities. Thank you so much.
I believe that there are some members who are, some inductees who are watching by video, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
There are.
Yes.
So that means we can induct all of them, even digitally, wherever they are. So that means you've got to just tell me, read their names, all of them. And Matate, you've also, Taveta, you've also got your people watching, I hope? Not really, okay. So now let me speak to you. Lakini mwende pale katikati. You have been chosen to the membership of the Rotary Club of Voi because the members believe you to be leaders in your vocation, and because you manifest those qualities of head and heart which fit you to interpret and impart the message of Rotary to those with whom you come into contact. You are representatives of your vocation in the club, and any contribution of an educational value pertaining to that vocation must come naturally to this club of Rotary Club of Voi from you. On the other hand, you become the ambassador from the Rotary Club of Voi to your classification, and it becomes your duty to carry the ideals and principles of service to your work. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards of business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying by each Rotarian of his occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service by every Rotarian to his personal business and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and the peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. I charge you to judge yourself by the 4-way test of the things you think, say, you do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? The community will know you and judge Rotary through you, and through your embodiment of Rotary in character and service. And we accept you as members because we believe our principles and organization to be safe in your keeping. Rotary also expects much from you in help and inspiration, which will enable us to be better Rotarians. And with this hope, we must most heartily offer you Rotary fellowship and membership. You have a lot to learn about Rotary. It is not just another club, it's a way of life. But you are elected to membership because we felt you would fit into this way of life. You will be expected to attend the weekly meetings. In fact, you must, if you are to remain a Rotarian. Always remember Rotary's service motto, service above self. Rotary is like everything else. You get out of it what you put into it. So now I'd like you to do the same like we did before. Say I, and then you say your name, and then I'll read to you the oath. So say I, and then say your name.
I,
And then repeat after me. Having been admitted as a new member of the Rotary Club of Voi, do hereby solemnly swear upon my honor to faithfully and willingly discharge the duties and responsibilities expected of my membership. Fully conscious of the important obligations which I have voluntarily committed to assume. I further pledge to uphold and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of Voi and that of Rotary International. Ever putting into practice Rotary's motto, service above self, and applying the 4-way test as the basis of all my actions and actuations. to help advance
the
object of Rotary,
objective of Rotary,
giving emphasis
giving emphasis
to this year's theme,
to this year's theme,
Rotary opens opportunities.
Rotary opens opportunities.
All these
All these
I pledge and promise
I pledge and promise
to do and observe
to do and observe
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of regression.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So now, congratulations. You are at this moment the newest Rotarians in the world. So let me now invite your president and the DGSR and your members to help you pin. Okay, you may now take your seats. Now they take a photo.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please allow me to recognize all of the protocols that have been already established. I'm sure that you'll all agree with me that we've had a wonderful fellowship thus far. As we mark the beginning of Rotary Club of Motate, first of all, I'd like to thank my fellow Rotarians for selecting me to lead our club as president. As I stand before you this afternoon, I'm indeed honored and humbled to be given the opportunity to serve in this capacity. And you have my sincere assurance that I will be dedicated to the cause of Rotary in this role. One of the fundamental questions that every person should ask him or herself is, what is the purpose of my existence? You work hard, you make money, you do it for yourself. That is not life. You go out and seek for people who need your help. You make their lives better. You become that sponge which absorbs all the negativity, and you become that person who can emit positive vibes. And when you realize that you have changed someone's life, and because of you, that person didn't give up, that is the day when you live. In short, the purpose of life of every human being should be to make a positive contribution to the continuance and well-being of humanity. I, therefore, do not think that it is good enough for someone to be in a position to be able to give his or her time, effort, or resources to help others who are less fortunate in our society and does nothing. So here is where we as Rotarians differ, and that is why we are here, to make a difference. One of the key strengths of Rotary that will continue to leverage on as we deliver service to our community is the diversity of skill sets and vocation across our members, many of whom are successful business leaders and professionals. The great opportunities of Rotary service reaches beyond that what can be achieved through individual pursuits, and by contrast, the impact can outlive us for generations to come, and in the process, define us as Rotarians. In other words, Rotary's service humanity should not be defined only by what we do, but more importantly, by who we are. Also, Rotary should not be about the district governor, the assistant governor, nor is it about the club president, but it is about us as individual Rotarians. It is about our personal contributions that we make to those in need in our communities. As we open a new page for our club, it is always good to remind ourselves of the purpose of this great service organization, serving humanity, and its 6 areas of focus, which are to promote peace, fight disease, provide clean water, sanitation and hygiene, save mothers and children, support education, and grow local economies. As we are all aware, the theme for this year is Rotary Opens Opportunities. And the service we deliver this year will be guided, as it should, by the 3 strategic priorities our Rotary International Board has set for all Rotary clubs, which are to support and strengthen all Rotary clubs, to focus and increase our humanitarian service, and last but not least, to enhance Rotary's public image and awareness. With respect to the first priority, that is support and strengthen clubs, generally, when the specific challenges in most Rotary clubs are examined, there are 2 that stand out most. One is the gender balance in our membership, and 2 is the average age of Rotarians. Today, I think only 5% of Rotarians reported membership is under the age of 40, with the great majority of members being above the age of 40. Most of them, I think, above over 6 years. As it relates to Matate, statistically we are looking a bit better, since we have 34% of our membership being women and 23% being less than 40 years old. But nonetheless, it also emphasizes the need for us to find new and better ways to consistently attract and engage younger members. This is something that we have to achieve, and is obviously essential for our organization to flourish. In our effort to increase our humanitarian service as our second priority, the most important element that cuts across all 6 areas of focus is sustainability. As such, we have to ensure that this key element is embedded in all projects that we undertake. Environmental protection and curbing climate change are essential to Rotary's goal of sustainable service. In that regard, our club should make a difference by planting 5 trees for each of its members between now and Earth Day, that is April 22nd, 2021. And I'm sure that all the members of Rotary Club Matate are in full alignment with this view. Hence, this is one of the projects that I'll be proposing for us to execute during the year. The need for clubs to work together more closely cannot be overemphasized. Being the youngest club in the Rotary family, we'll be making a very great effort to collaborate with the sister clubs, Rotary Club of Boy and Tabeta, on at least 1 or 2 projects this year. Fellow Rotarians and guests, in closing, I'd like to make mention of a famous quote by Winston Churchill, who said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Of course, today we exist in a society where much emphasis is based on personal wealth and accumulation. However, we must always remember the less fortunate amongst us, and the fact that Life in abundance comes as a result of giving ourselves to others. This is who we are as Rotarians. We know that the more we give of ourselves, the more we are likely to receive, so that we can continue to make a difference in the lives of others. Fellow Rotarians, this is what we seek to achieve together through the programs that we'll implement going forward. And remember, our theme for this year, Rotary Opening Opportunities, and our motto, service before self. God bless you.
Mr. President, for those warm remarks. I'm humbled and I pride, very happy to share with you the same person who installed me to presidency 2 years ago, our district governor, when he was the district governor elect at Point One Life. With a lot of humility, I'm humbled to recognize the presence of our chief guests, who is the chief of staffs at our county government, Taita Taveta County. We'll be having her speech after lunch. At the same time, I would like to recognize the presence of our area OCPD and OCS, Mwatate Sub-County. Karibuni sana. Okay? For the raffle tickets and the rest, naona kuna ndizi mzuri, kuna vitunguu, iko maneno mengi, yote tutaendelea nayo badala ya hii hatua tunaendelea kwa sasa. So at this particular time, we are going to receive a speech from our chief guest. Our chief guest for this specific function today was meant to be His Excellency, our Governor, Taita Taveta County, Granton Graham Samboja, but I meant to understand due to unavoidable circumstances, he's not been managed to be here. But in turn, he sent a representative, Mama wetu, Mama Mheshimiwa Rachel Dawai, ambaye ndiye Chief of Staffs in our county, Taita Taveta County. So if you can...
The President of the Rotary Club and other presidents, all members of the Rotary Club, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am very, very humbled today to stand in front of the Rotary members on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Taita Taveta, His Excellency Graham Samboja, who was not able to be here today, but he sent me, and because I'm seeing these things for the first time, I've never witnessed the operations of the Rotary Club, but I'm impressed. I'm so impressed, because your motto is so strong. If you are doing a service to others, you are doing the greatest thing. And I am happy that I'm learning a lot. But now for me to say what the governor would have wanted to hear, please allow me to read a short text. Rotarians, today you have taken a call with two distinct objectives. One, to improve your lives through new contact pathways available in the entire global Rotary network. These connections you can explore to strengthen your capacity, and two, to improve the lives of your neighbors through Rotary service experts. And lastly, it is the expectations of my government that the club will remain active and vibrant as it provides stellar humanitarian services to the people of Mwatate. We know you have come in as a partner, since my role as a governor is to also improve the lives of the society of Taita Taveta County. Without much ado, I don't think I have more to express, just to congratulate those who have come in as the Mwatate, you call it a chapter, is it a chapter? Yes, it's a chapter, the club, okay. I want to appreciate everybody. You have come in, and with what the governor has just given you, please feel vibrant, go out, recruit more members, recruit them, because I know they are there. They may not be aware of the Rotary Club. Just like me, I may not have been educated much. But just go out and make sure that people are recruited. We need more people to make a service, because we are doing a service to mankind. And I'm sure our God is blessing each one of you, and in a very special way. So karibuni Taita Taveta, mje tena na tena, ili tuonane na nyinyi, na wakati mwingine nina imani hata gavana mwenyewe atakuwa pamoja nanyi. So asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Rotarians keeps time. We said it's only 30 minutes. We are up at 8 minutes. 2 items gone. Ukiona nimeketi hapa nina sababu. Hii kitunguu nina imani nabaki hapa. Nani anataka kujaribu huyu bwana? Ameanza na 1000. Usipeleke mbali, anasema ikwazo isogeze hapa karibu. Mtu amjaribu. 3250. 3250. 3250. Devo kolkoza. We make it round figure, shilingi 50. Hizi toka hapa. Tunakasirika tu 3250 to make it 33. Oh, Mother Club. Tunatoa change ama ina so hii 3250 naenda 3750. Ameharibu, natafuta 250 iko 1400. Only 250 from Rotarians. 200 and yes. Shilingi 50 tu ndio imebaki. Imemalizika 1400. Let's clap for ourselves. Okay. That has been the first phase of our 30 minutes. For the remaining minutes, to close the 30 minutes, we'll be doing the raffle tickets. Kama umenunua raffle ticket, iangalie vizuri sana. Iweke karibu na wewe. These prizes here, amongst which the very last one. Still inaambiwa tuiweke kwa tuiuze. Kuna mkahawa kule Malindi mzuri sana. Unaitwa The Kang's Hotel. Yeah? KANGS. Unaweza Google ukaangalia mandhari ya hapo mahali. They are giving 2 nights, dinner, bed and breakfast. For two nights. And as you go there and you spend there, relax there, at the same time you are assisting the community through the Rotary Club of Mwatate. How beautiful. Service above self. We will be talking about a sumptuous dinner, very nice dinner. 4-course menu dinner. You know a 4-course menu dinner? The one you have starters, the one you have main course, the one you have desserts, blah, 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 blah. This is for 2 at the Impala Hotel, Nairobi. I mean, Voi. For the Kang's Hotel, still how beautiful. I've just been advised itaingia kwa raffle. So if you spend 50 shillings, imagine getting this for 2. So it's even a pressure satisfaction. Okay? In this raffle ticket also will be having Desert Rose that is offering lunch for 2. Umetembea Voi ukifanya shughuli zako zote zile, alafu nakumbuka kwa vile ni Rotary, when you were sheltering in the club of Mwatate, only 50 shillings made you to stop over for lunch there. And finally, unaweza fuel gari kwa shilingi 2000. The B energy fuel station involved. So tuko pamoja. In Rotary there is no reason. Mtu mmoja anaokolea hapa. Anaokolea tiketi ya kwanza. Anaokolea tiketi ya kwanza. Koroga. Na asiangalie Hebu okota moja tupatie. Yes, number 1 pre. Which color is this? White. Number 1 pre white. GE. Confirm the serial. GE 5L RS44. The charter president has won himself a night for 2 Malindi. Service above self. Service above self. Okay? At 50 shillings, 2 nights for 2 full board. And charter president unaweza amua pia hiyo utag mother club huko. Uambie wainunue huko wote wao wakuletee fedha tusaidie jamii huko. So kuna other options, but in the meantime hiyo imeenda. Okay? Koroga ingine. Let somebody else speak. Watu wanaweza sema engineer kuna mtu mwingine anaweza okota. Let somebody else should pick. Yeah? Somebody else should pick. And that will be dinner for 2 at Impala Boy. Pick one ticket. What color is this? Pink. Number 47. 47. JS 2R DG 25. Pink. Number 47. Yes. Can we confirm? Can we reconfirm? Yes. Just note somewhere, please, that you've qualified yourself for dinner for 2 at the Impala Resort. Iko Voi. Hoteli moja mzuri sana. Maridadi. That is what Rotary is all about. Kwa haraka tiketi nyingine tafadhali. That will be bed and breakfast at Rocks Hotel Undani. The next ticket. So, angalia tiketi yako vizuri. Mahali kule ukienda hata uhitaji, there is natural air, beautiful vizuri kabisa. Hii color ni gani? Pink. Number 15. JS 2R DG26. The advantage for 2. Congratulations. That is for 2 at the Rocks Hotel Undanyi bed and breakfast. The advantage of buying the whole book. Sasa utaona zote zitalenga pale. Hebu patia ndugu okotee moja. No, pick another color. The next that it is coming, it will be dinner for 2. At 2 Oceans in Voi. Bahari Mbili Voi, mkahawa mzuri sana pale uko katika the Central Business District. Yeah? Don't look at the color. 4-way test. Don't look at the color. Is that yellow? 45. GE 5L RS 94. Yeah. Okay. Please note it somewhere. S2R DG26 88. Sheikh Kingi. Wow. Do we have it? Note it somewhere for you, please. 2,000 shillings. Shopping voucher. Shopping voucher at the J. Harris supermarket.
Can we avoid pink? Can we avoid pink?
No,
choose pink.
No, pick. Let him pick. Let him pick. Don't look and pick.
Don't look.
Yeah. Don't look and pick. Okay. This voucher will enable you to fuel your vehicle. Mafuta ya shilingi 2,000. Mafuta ya shilingi 2,000. Inaitwa the B Energy Fuel Station at Voi. Number 4. Cats. Number 4. Number 4. JS 2RDG26. Thomas Njumo. Wow. Voila. Can we confirm? Okay. So you can imagine Chatter, the president-elect, na even the vice president. Kwani nyinyi mlijua hiyo maneno? So number 4, tafadhali tumkumbushe kwamba tutampatia some documentation yake ya kujaza gari yake shilingi 2,000 kwa fuel station iko pale Voi. Last, the Desert Rose. Yeah. Dinner for 2. That is yellow, and this is number 44.
Yes, Desert Rose is mine.
Wow. Hebu tumpigie makofi tafadhali. So if you are to drive your way back to Malindi today, you don't have to spend this evening. It is effective immediately. You can imagine the power of just spending only 50 shillings on her way back to Malindi. Okay, no, dinner for 2. Yeah? Focus me. Right. Another ticket, please. Another ticket, please. Number 3. Is it white or blue? Blue. Number 3. FD 5L RS 73. Wow. Another ticket, please. My 30 minutes are lapsing. Kidogo mbio mbio tafadhali, tunaenda na muda. Wale wa kufanya mahesabu tafadhali, ile mahesabu yetu tuweze kujua pia.
What color?
Ashachagua pink.
Pink. Huyo pink atakuwa anapata hii kwa shilingi 50, imagine kama ulinunua. Hebu tusome hiyo namba ni gani? Eh? Number 17, 17. 17 JS 2RDG. It could be the same number but different color, and that's why we are tagging it on color. Let's confirm. Ndugu pongezi. Very good. Sawa sawa. Our deputy governor, congratulations. Next. Next. Next.
Here it is. Pink. White. Number 45.
Number 45 ni msimu wa joto, kipepeo. Ni ya nani hii? At only 50 shillings.
White.
Number 45. You can read the series.
White number 45.
Yes, white number 45. 45. There is no giving up. There is no giving up. Number 45. Yeah? I'm on my way. Yes. You know, also it's for fun. So. Okay. Another? There's nothing like white, please, Ashok. Number 24. Do you hapo? 32, 134. Number 24. Can we check? Check. Number 24. Yeah, yellow. Good. Asante sana. Next. I'm over and above the scheduled time. Number 50. 50. Wow. Another one, please. Pick for the last two items.
White.
Number 5.
Yay,
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Surprise. You might imagine maybe it's a simple thing we order in class. Kalafu tufungua hapo ndani. There is 100 euros. You never know. You never know. The very last one. Kipepeo.
Yellow number 14.
Number 14. Yes. No. It is service above self. Walijitolea. Nothing like corruption in Rotary. In fact, the remedy of corruption is Rotary. The solution to corruption, it is Rotary. Okay? Good. I don't know whether we should give them the...
Yes, someone put a number here.
What number?
Number 59, color yellow.
59.
Umechukua? Okay, the last one must come out nafikiri lipango. Somebody to pick.
Soma.
Just 69 color pink. Where? Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry. Unataka tufungue ionekane? Inaweza funguliwa na shilingi 50 mkitoa. Mkitoa 50 inafunguliwa. Leteni 50. Na ikionekana unaweza sogeza glasi na shilingi 100.
Mimi nataka kuiuza.
Niko tayari. Umesikia? Hebu moja msaidie.
Hivyo tu.
Wasikia? In the spirit of service above self. Somebody won this prize. But this person doesn't want to take this prize home. Wants to resell this prize. Why don't we honor this person? Give me a prize. The true spirit of Rotarian. You bought it with 50 shillings. It's a very highly priced prize. You've won it. But again you say, hallelujah, I'm selling it again. Because the person who is doing this is a Rotarian. Na mkikataa mtasimama hapa itamalizikia hapa. Maana pesa naona ikitoka tu hapa. 1000. Eric imeenda 1000. 1000. Na umesema nisimame hapa 1000.
That's what you're saying.
I think we should know what it is.
Kama ni 1000 akupatie 1000.
Kama ni ya kuuzwa.
Alisema 1000 kuuzwa 1000. Mimi nikisema 1200 nitatoa 1200.
He picked up the gift, but now he's selling it. He has not even opened it. He doesn't know what it is inside.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, it's a highly prized product. A very highly nutritious prized product.
For those who want to understand the language.
TF, triple refined. 1000 shillings. Tunasemaje?
Akupatie 1000.
Mara ya kwanza
1200.
1200. Hebu tuteteni hapa, hii kitu ibaki hapa. Levi. Ile jamaa anaribu mahesabu kwa.
Thank you so much. As we come to the close of this, I'd like to recognize some clubs which visited Rotary Club of Mwatate. I'll start with the Rotary Club of Mudaiga from Nairobi. Mudaiga, we in the house? Yes. Rotary Club of Mudaiga. Rotary Club of Nairobi East. Rotary Club of Gashie. Rotary Club of Malende. Rotary Club of Taveta. Rotary Club of Voi. Rotary Club of Nyali. Rotary Club of Mombasa North Coast. And of course, our new kids on the block, Rotary Club of Mwatate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll take this back to MC.
Just probably we go to our very able Taita Taveta County Deputy Governor. Kuna kicheko cha furaha. Na kukiwa na kicheko cha furaha kuna ufanisi. Na kinaendelea zaidi. Kuna clubs ziliweza kunifahamisha kwamba wako na presents na zawadi that were to be given to our district governor. Let me start with the Rotary Club of Voi. Our president-elect, who is also serving as the treasurer. Okay, Rotary Club of Mwatate. Mwatate, when you are ready, please, if you could come over. Our colleague was meant to have come with them, unfortunately.
Sasa mami nafungua zawadi. Nafungua zawadi. Unaomba ufunguze mekani traditional.
Siku ile unapita. Rotary Club of Mwatate, please.
We supposed to come this side or okay?
No, there is some gift that's present.
No, I just wanted to get them.
Ini mapini kwa mwana.
There's nothing wrong with skill education.
This is so nice. I really like this. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
Does that look like
Nililala siku mingi. Kwetu kumefungwa. Nakaa nje tunafanya nyumbani.
Thank you so much. Let us get seated. Announcements, the Rotaractors, please. You will have some time with our DG with a brand new wheelchair that will be in a position to donate it to the community, to any person in need. So, Charter President, please. Karibu. This can be your first activity, donating the wheelchair to the needy. The process is normally very simplified. Hakuna ati mtu andike CV afanye nini, mnaenda mnaangalia na unaona kweli kama anahitaji. Watu wako katika ghafla hii. Imekuwa ni bahati kubwa sana kuwa na wewe hapa kwa ghafla hii. Na najua umekuwa mchango mkubwa kwa mambo ya jamii. Karibu sana. Si sote tusimame tafadhali tumkaribishe. Makofi tafadhali.
Thank you very much, President Killian of please. Madam mmeketi kwa muda mrefu sana. So kuna vile tunahitaji mazoezi kidogo. No, please sit. Thank you. President Killian, asante sana kwa kunikaribisha. Our district governor and friend of the Rotary Club of Mwatate. I'm so excited to say that Rotary Club of Mwatate, not information anymore, but actually chartered. District Governor Patrick Obath with your wife. The Director of Membership Services, Dr. Joe. I hope I've gotten that right. Yeah. Your position.
Yeah,
thank you very much. And of course, recognizing our charter president, Andrew Mwata Mwamburi. Okay, and our president of the of the Taveta Club, Mrs. Masamu. I stand here as a Rotarian, in addition to me being a deputy governor of this county. And I'm sure a number of you have been asking, why is it that I've been sitting amongst everyone rather than on the high table? Ningekuwa na kiburi zangu, ningekuwa nimesema lazima niwe karibu na DG mwenzangu. Sindio? As district governor, and I am DG. But Rotary is service above self. Rotary is about putting some of these titles aside and trying to see how you can assist the community in more ways than one. Ones that are officially appointed, ones that you can now volunteer for. And this is why I sat here as a Rotarian, and now I stand here very excited to be one of the charter members of Rotary Club of Mwatate. The journey has been long, but long and now very productive and very fruitful. And I say long because we had initially started this journey of saying we will have a Rotary Club of Mwatate when President Killian was being installed in Voi. And that was almost 2 years ago, end of 2018. We had a wonderful installation ceremony at Voi Wildlife Lodge, and our DG, Patrick Obath, was there. I think you were DG-elect at that point. And you came over and we promised that we would have a Rotary Club of Mwatate set up. And now, 2 years later, tuko hapo. Tujipe makofi. With patience and perseverance and a commitment of a few people, anything is possible. And I believe where we're sitting here today, we can see that it's because of that commitment. And now the sky's the limit for this particular club.
Rotary has had a long history in the county, starting off with the Rotary Clubs of Voi and Rotary Club of Taveta, and now with Rotary Club of Mwatate, we're only strengthening that history, trying to see how additional partnerships within our county can assist the various established institutions to provide community service to our people. Resources are always limited, but whenever we pull together like we have today, that means we go that extra mile to help those that are vulnerable. During this Corona season, definitely there's a lot more people who require our assistance. And the more we have such initiatives, the more we can succeed and prosper as a community. And the more we interact the way we have done today, we can see how we can help each other out. See where labda Bwana Masamo utanisaidia na ukulima wa mandizi, wengine atanisaidia, wengine wamesema watasaidia na kufungua hiyo zawadi nimepeana kwa raffle. There's been a lot of us offers of help with all of the presents, including makumbaku na vitunguu. Anataka kwenda kupika pilau. But I say that on a light note, saying that Rotary is not only about the service within the community, it's about the engagement we have as a team, as a network, supporting each other as friends, both professionally and personally. To those that I give rifles, kama ulikuwa umeshinda sijui shopping wapi, ninunulie lollipop tafadhali. Tusaidiane hapo. Our district governor, it is our main intention to ensure that we're one of the most vibrant clubs in the coast. And I understand that with Rotary Club of Malindi that is here, that is a challenge to you. We're looking forward to very positive and progressive competition within the coast, as well as collaboration. A lot of the coast members have sent through some of their congratulatory messages through me. And I now deliver them. They're very excited that there's an additional club within the coast region that'll add on to the vibrancy from the south coast all the way to Kilifi, Mombasa, and of course now Taita Taveta. We're looking forward to being able to implement the 7 areas of service. We're looking forward to being able to push through some of the support network, especially with our youth. We've seen a very vibrant Rotaract club here. They're very excited to be able to join up, not only as one of the charter members, but as the E-Club. And some of these things are what will push us to enable us deliver on the projects that we're looking forward to. Of course, in line with the main Rotary district, is it manifesto or strategic plan? No, strategic plan. We'll be looking at delivering on that. With those few remarks, what I want to also do is especially thank our district governor's special representative. He has been a tough whip. He has been a very stable hand guiding us onto what we need to be implementing as Rotary protocol, as part of what we need to do to set up the club. He has been someone who, as you've seen, has collected the money very promptly. He didn't want to wait until wengine wetu tuseme kesho alafu tusahau conveniently ndo abebe mzigo. He's someone who has been able to get us to a point where we understand exactly what is required of us as Rotarians. And I believe you've been extremely well represented as with the special representative for us to be able to get to the point where we're at. The other person that I'd also like to truly appreciate is Dr. Joe. We began this journey with you sometime in July when we started becoming a lot more active and saying that we needed to have a Rotary Club of Mwatate. He joined our WhatsApp group that we had set up as an informational WhatsApp group. He suggested people who could come to us to speak to us about Rotary, help us understand what we needed to do to not only familiarize ourselves with the protocol, but get to a point of being comfortable with each other and other clubs outside of the coast region. So thank you very much for the support that you provided. Thank you very much for the guidance and general enthusiasm. I think in 2 or 3 calls, you had other meetings that you needed to be on, but you still stuck with us and showed us that you're really committed to being able to set up the Club of Mwatate. I cannot forget the assistance that our assistant governor has given to this club. I don't think we would have moved some of the directions we've moved if it wasn't for him being very persistent with deadlines, with guiding us on what we needed to do. Marura, where's Marura? She's not here today, okay. She has been working very closely with our assistant governor as the secretary to get us to where we are with a charter certificate together with the president-elect. And I think your commitment not only to Rotary but to see that Mwatate thrives is something that we can only toast to you. And you already have something that we can utilize as part of that toast. To all of the executive committee members, board, thank you. From the charter president, that is Andrew Mwamburi, and I'm very excited to see that Rotary chain on you now today, and I'm looking forward to hear the gong of Rotary Club of Mwatate. To the president-elect, the vice president, the secretary, as well as our sergeant at arms, who today has above and beyond displayed what service above self is, because he took my plate from the table and actually took it to the back after I finished eating. You have been the ones that have held us to the point where we've gotten to get the certificate, and I think we need to recognize that all of this has come because we have been able to coalesce and be one unit, mobilize all of the members. Our our president-elect is one of the ones who should have been given actually this cake, because it's brought in a lot of the members that have gotten us to the point of 28 that has allowed us to be chartered. I believe we need to give him makofi, lakini makofi si ya kawaida tu. Tumnyunyizie maua. Yes, so tutachukua ya blue na green, yellow, red, alafu tuiweke kwa kikapu, tukusanye kikapu hivi na mtumpakie. You have done a fantastic job in getting us to the point where we're at, and it's all about seeing how we can mobilize the community all across the cause of community service. So thank you very much to the board. Thank you very much to all of the charter members, including myself. I thank myself. Thank you very much to our guests from Rotary of Taveta, Rotary of Voi, Rotary Malindi, Madam President. We really appreciate your presence here, and thank you very much for pinning the Rotary pin on me. It has made a few of the people who are here, including our Rotarian from Voi, not very happy because he didn't take a picture with me as you were doing that. I could stand here and say thank you for very many things, because over the course of the last 3-4 months, there's been a lot that has happened, and there's been a lot of unity that we've seen together and a lot of bonds that we've created. And I can only look forward to the next 20 years. Rotary is a long-term thing. Rotary is not politics. So as I stand here, I don't stand as a politician. I stand here as a person really looking forward to seeing how we can change some of the landscapes within our county, within our country. With those few remarks, or many remarks, I believe my task here was to give the remarks and vote of thanks.
You executed it so well.
Thank you. Thank you very much also for being a fantastic MC of our event. These events are always very memorable because we keep on having them as milestones in all of the activities that we have. This is why I very strongly remember when your installation ceremony was going on. And now I believe this is one of those milestones that we'll be looking forward to as we move on with Rotary Club. Our Reverend, maombi yako yamefika, lakini tunataka membership yako sasa ifike Rotary Club of Mwatate. Asanteni sana and karibuni Taita Taveta kwa wale ambao mmesafiri. And as we look to winding up today, I also wish you journey mercies when you're going back to your various homes, and we look forward to hosting you in the county again. Thank you very much.
In the 30 minutes or so, when we were doing around with your Vitungu, DC, and kadhalika, we've managed to collect 67,920. Personally, from me, I thank you so much. I don't know the title that it is given for the president that is running for 2 terms, but I'm the immediate past president and the current president Rotary Club of Voi. My name is Kilian Mwalasha. Asanteni sana, tujiongee sote kwa keki.
Happy birthday, Tata Matate. Happy birthday, Tata Matate. Happy birthday, Tata Matate. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tata Matate. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tata Matate.
With the Rotary Clubs of Mwatate, Mudaiga, Gashie, Malindi, Voi, Nairobi East, Taveta, Nyali, North Coast, I give you Rotary International. Thank you. The meeting is closed. You can leave at your own pleasure. Sorry. Fellowship is over. Fellowship starts.
So this zunka kidogo. Hebu zunka vile unaona unafanya mazoezi hivi. Na mbili. Ayote tu. No, just as you are, yani you are using it. Yani ufanye mazoezi yako hivyo na. Sasa ndako. Basi kama ndivyo imekata. 3D, capturing 3D. A small video. Make sure you smile, eh? Put a smile on your face, eh? I don't know, it's a short smile or as a long smile. That's okay. Now you can. You're good to go.
So this marks the beginning of our journey as the Rotary Club of Mwatate. Of course, living through the club's motto, that is service before self. We should be able to serve our community selflessly. And I call upon the board members to serve selflessly as guided by the motto of the Rotary Club. Thank you.
Nimetafuta kila kona, sijampata mmoja ambaye anitosheleza.